In my last video, I started it by saying everything is wonderful, everything is fantastic. I made some changes, I plugged it in, and it worked. And it did work for the length of the demonstration, about 15-20 seconds. And then shortly after that, after I stopped filming, it blew up and wouldn't, and I couldn't get it back. So after playing around with it for a few hours, I worked out what went wrong with the transistors. I was trying to reduce the component count, and the solar panels and the LEDs, the dark tower, so to speak, no problems whatsoever. They were fantastic, no problems there. The problem was every single transistor blew because I didn't have these little 10k resistors on it. That's enough to make the difference. The high voltages in the circuit were capacitively charging the capacitance of the gates, thereby the transistors weren't turning off properly. And it's H bridges, bang 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 bang. It's got to drive it very specifically like that. Any deviation, if you get two on at the same time in a row like that, they're just going to power each other up rather than the motor, and that short circuit is going to blow the whole thing up. And that's what happened. The lack of these resistors blew the whole thing up. So that's a shame, but glad to report everything else is working fine. A few more quick observations. I'm getting a little less torque from the motor than I was yesterday. I can actually stop it with my hands now. The reason for that is the output of these solar panels, despite me putting in 400 milliamps to the LEDs, I'm only getting about 50 milliamps out per solar panel, so about 15% efficient. And these transistors need about double that. They need 1.5 volts and about 80 milliamps to turn them right the way on. And at the moment they're getting 3.5 volts and 40 milliamps. So yeah. So some of the power just isn't getting through the motor. So yeah, and that's all I want to report. That one was working fine. And also another gentleman mentioned that my timing might be a little off, and for reasons that aren't entirely clear, the diamonds on this cutting wheel had actually let the magnets slip around a bit, and the timing was off a little bit. But that shouldn't matter too much. But anyway, it's all fixed up now. And the timing is back to, I would say, 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock there, 4 o'clock on the other side. So that would be 120 degrees, 120 and 120 off. So I'm going to shelve this project for another week or so until some more parts arrive, more solar panels and lights. And in the meantime, going to get back to the bucking coils circuit. So I've been very much looking forward to doing that, because that's a really exciting project. Hope you join me for the fun.